Guys, today is Friday, March 15th, and I want to go over with you on this trade that I took on NAS to get this set up on Discord here in a second. Let's just go on to Discord real quick. Sorry guys, I just did push-ups. That's why I'm like all breathing and shit. So, this is the wrong fucking Discord. Alright, so this was a small trade I took on NAS, not a lot of money. So this was a trade on Trade Locker. This was the setup on my phone. I just took the screenshot on my phone. And basically, you see that red? That red line is basically liquidity. It's specifically trend line liquidity. And I was actually waiting ahead of time for NAS to break that red line, to break liquidity, to tap into what you can see on the bottom of the screen with that wick there, and potentially may even go further. But the reason why is because there was a previous demand zone slash fair value imbalance gap that was down here that always needed to come and get back tapped in. And as you know in the group, that's what we say. The market always comes and balances it out, because when there's volatility to market, like there's news and shit like that on the Forex pairs and the indices and futures, what happens is it creates volatility, especially when you're trading volatile news. And when there's volatility, you can see aggressive movements happen on the chart like you're looking at right now on the screen with the black candles. And so that's basically what happened here. Although we are in an uptrend on the long term, the reason why I sold was because all of this space down here on the previous area, and not only all of that space, but also the liquidity right here on this little line here. And so when I saw that line form with all that liquidity, I was thinking potentially that we can see NAS come back down and tap into the areas below here after seeing that black line where the yellow box is. So price did come back and break that red line, which was liquidity. And as you know, retailers trade trend lines. So yes, there was traders that have a different chart than mine that were probably trading along that red line, because you know, when we first started Forex, we learned to trade support, resistance, trend line. So they were probably trying to trade that trend line and go like this and buy up. So they probably got stopped out. And that's why I don't trade trend lines or support resistance. And up here, this was a fucking crazy trade. We tapped into a gap right here. And that small stop loss is because this trade was actually taken on the smaller time frame, on like the 2 minute, the 4 minute. And there was specifically an order block. Now in my group, the only thing we trade are order blocks and imbalance gaps. That's it. And then we pair that with market structure. So, and news. So we basically only trade based off the news when the news comes out. And yeah, guys, it's pretty much that simple. Supply and demand. That's how the market works. It goes up and down because there's supply and demand. And the reason it moves is because of volatility. Because we need volatility to actually move the market and create structure, which forms trend lines, which forms all of this stuff that you're seeing. So if we go back on the 5 minute, I'm going to show you guys the actual trade here. So this trade was a kind of a messy trade. And the trade out you're looking at right there on that purple line is where I entered, right there where you see the arrow. That purple line is where I entered, and I saw price coming down. After I saw price break this red line, I was like, okay, this is opportunity for it to come down to that yellow box. And it did. It came back down all the way here. I entered right there, and then boom, 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 went back up a little bit. I didn't have a stop loss in this trade, really. I just put the yellow there because I wanted to show you guys the actual. I was more emphasizing this because this was the trade. Because usually my trades are more clean and I have like a whole system. But here, this was more of a news trade, a last minute trade. So, and you can do that when you see breaks of liquidity sometimes in my group. I'll say you can sometimes do that depending on if the liquidity is on a higher time frame, which it was because we're on that liquidity was on the red line, was on the 1 hour. It's based on the 1 hour. So this was basically the trade, and that space led me to make that. And in the group, all we trade is imbalance gaps and order blocks and the gaps. That's literally it. And this group I have here, I go live. Sometimes I'll just chill and not talk about anything. Literally just play fucking lo-fi and music and just chill in the background. But I don't have a course. I have my strategy videos, of course, in the course, along with ebooks and other shit like that. But I don't have I don't like make my course separate from the group, so everything comes in one package, because I want people to actually be a part of this community, work hard, and share their information. Don't be shy and enjoy my calls and do stuff like that. But yeah, guys. So basically, if you're interested, the group isn't expensive. It isn't $1,000, isn't $100. It's literally $49.99. If you don't have that, you don't need to. I'm not forcing you to join this. I'm just giving this to you an option if you want to be closer to me in the community, and just join it and get first-hand access to my daily trade setups, because we do have a chart gallery where I'm always posting my setups. If we go down to the gallery here, market structure. So when you're learning, I teach you different things according step by step, and then there are different galleries in the group that contain images of what you're actually learning. So if you're learning market structure, this whole gallery is dedicated to showing you visual examples of how to trade market structure, as you can see right here. Market structure, market structure, market structure, and specifically the time frames and everything like that. And market structure is key, because market structure is created by volatility, because the highs and lows are created by price breaking the highs and lows, and breaking the lows and highs and higher highs, lower highs, and that's created through news and through smart money. And smart money in the Forex market is the banks and institutions specifically, and in the indices and the futures markets, it's more of it can be banks, but it's usually institutions, and sometimes it's social economics, when it's just one person influencing the market that sells off or buys a large amounts of quantities of something. But yeah, guys, if you're interested, come join. I'm really happy to. I'm literally really happy to have more people in this group. Like, I really want you guys to be in here. It's not expensive. If you think that's expensive, I don't think you should be trading, because what we're doing ultimately is we ultimately want to be entrepreneurs and have financial freedom to do other things and our other personal projects. Like for me, I personally like Forex because it's really visual, and so I really in the long term, I want all the students in the group to go and try to take a prop from challenge and get funded, so you guys can leverage your account balance. Because Forex, you can make more money at your job, or a decent living off of it. It's just about the leverage. It's two things. It's about your skill, and it's about the leverage. Because if you have the skill and you have a trading plan, and not only do you have that skill, you're consistently identifying setups, consistently profitable. That's the secret to being profitable, is consistently being able to trade the same setups and find setups over and over again, the same thing over and over again. And once you're able to do that, then the profits will translate to profits, because the charts translate into the profits on Trade Locker, on MetaTrader. It's all about the charts. So once you master the charts first, then you can leverage any amount of money you want on your Forex account, because all you have to do is add funds to it. So if you imagine getting great at this skill digitally on the chart, and then that just turning to money. And that's the secret. Focus on the charts, then the money will follow. And all we trade is like these gaps. You see that line right there? It says IMB gap line. It's literally it. We trade those, and we trade the order blocks. And the order, you want to see what the order blocks look like? Here, I'll show you what the order blocks look like. Look, check it out. The order blocks look like that. And this is actually the NAS trade that I was showing you guys earlier with the small stop. That's it. And you don't need a big stop loss, because when you're trading order blocks, these are specific smart money levels. Smart money will just tap and go. Smart money, there will be no drawdown, rarely, with smart money, because smart money is in these specific levels for different reasons. Like order blocks are when smart money injects, the banks and institutions inject large sums of capital into the market, or eject into the market. And so this right here was them selling off. They sold off large amounts of orders right here, and they're not finished. So what they'll do is they'll always sell off, and then they'll come back, and usually it'll tap in. But yeah, guys, you can learn all about this in Discord. Come join us. We're all chilling. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much how I got my trade. I hope you guys found value in this video. And if you want to watch more videos like this, there's plenty of videos on my channel, on Instagram, and you can also reach out, and all the information's right there. Ask me questions. And I hope you guys have a great Friday and a great weekend. Peace. Oh, one more thing. Always don't trade too many pairs. I just have these extra Forex pairs there because I want to see. Sometimes I'll just switch them out, but usually you'll just have a decent amount of pairs and just cycle through them and only trade the pairs. Maximum 3 setups. Only trade the pairs based on the news. So if there's like Canada news, don't look at like Japan. Don't look at Japan, U.S. dollar Japan. If there's Canada news, focus on pairs that have Canada. Okay, and that will help a lot. But yeah, guys, peace. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend.